Are you looking for a podcast about the worst clown musical of all time?
Well, then you must be thinking of another podcast.
Whoa! Good evening, Kelsey.
Good evening, Robert.
How are you today?
I'm fantastic. How are
So
you?
spooky.
Scary.
Oh man,
Is this our Halloween episode? It's not yet, right?
It's not. That's the next one.
Technically, it would be the next one, wouldn't it?
Man, I'm doing real bad on spooky season this year.
You're bad?
I haven't watched a lot.
I'm doing so good.
Are you really?
Yeah, I have a shitload of stuff to talk about in the back half of the show that I'm very much looking forward to telling you all about.
Okay, cool. Well, fuck yeah. I want to crack into it then, even though you don't have one.
Do it. I do not have a crackable tonight, but I will drink
here.
some water with you.
Here's yours. Ready?
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
It leaked all over me.
Oh, we made me ink.
A napkin. He made me. Okay. So unrelated, but I have to ask it right now. I have to ask it because me and Taylor went hard last night.
All right.
I'm watching my aunt's dogs right now. And she always laughs because when she comes home, it's not on like TBS or some other channel. It's always on like Nickelodeon.
Okay.
And so I was watching SpongeBob last night.
Yeah.
You know, as
like
a 30-year-old adult does, right? And it was like a new one, and it was gross, and I hated it. It was really, really weird. And then they went back to fucking like an OG, man. It was Krusty Krab pizza.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good. It was delightful. And I was like genuinely like belly laughing at like jokes. Just, oh, SpongeBob, just so funny. Right? And Taylor goes, what do you think is probably your most quoted thing from SpongeBob? And I was like, actually, I think it's what he just said, because he was in the boat and he was like, backing up, backing up, backing up. And I say that every time I back up, like in my car, backing up, backing up. And then I was like, no, it's probably. And then I said something else. And then she said something else. And then I said, it was very unnerving how many quotable lines from SpongeBob we could just fucking throw out there that we do genuinely say all the time.
I legitimately don't think I have SpongeBob stuff in my lexicon.
Did you watch SpongeBob a lot?
I watched it enough. Like if it was
but
on,
like you gotta watch, but you didn't like seek it out though.
Not really.
That's probably why then, because like I just made a point to watch it last night.
Yeah.
I was like SpongeBob
time.
Because I just finished season 1 of Tiny Toons. So
hell yeah.
Dude, new Tiny Toons, so fucking good, dude. I love Tiny Toons, by the way.
Tiny Toons is good shit. I haven't seen the new stuff, but
the new shit is Steven Spielberg did it again.
The one thing I say from SpongeBob whenever I see a rock.
Yeah?
It's a rock. That's the only
That
thing.
was one of mine too. It's not a boulder. It's a rock. So yeah, we're doing that. I think mine is probably the backing up. I was like, or the I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, that I say a lot.
Ready. And then I was like, we were driving home. We got done with the dogs. We were coming home, and I was like, we were talking quotable things. I was like, but if we were gonna say the thing from SpongeBob that lives in my brain more than anything,
my leg.
And then, see, I brought that up, and she goes, but that's so overused because it's in like every episode. So she's like, I don't really count that one.
That's why I like it.
But I go, the number one thing. It's definitely not a thing. And I don't quote it because you can't quote it. Right.
Okay.
But I was like, it's this. And then I start singing Rip My Pants.
I don't know that.
It's the best. Okay. And then Taylor joins in and we sang the entirety of Rip My Pants while driving home. And it was a great moment. It was just phenomenal. Oh, I'm going to send you Rip My Pants later. You don't remember the Rip My Pants episode?
Not at all.
He rips his pants by accident on the beach and everybody laughs and they're like, oh, you're so funny, SpongeBob. And he's like, maybe I'll do it again. So he rips his pants again, but on purpose. And they all laugh, and it's so funny. And then he becomes the rip pants guy, and he keeps ripping his pants. But then it's not so funny the next time, and now it's really not funny. And then he like pretends to drown,
Oh my god.
and like the lifeguard goes and saves him, and then he's like, I need. He's like, what do you need, sir? A tailor. Because I ripped my pants. And they all fucking like shun him, and then they don't like him because I mean he did just like pretend to die.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
It's a bad joke. So then he sings a song about how I won't do that anymore, and it's the greatest song of all time.
All right.
But that was actually a quote that I said a lot because when I need Taylor to come here, like, need. And she's like, "What do you need?" A Taylor. Very stupid. But anyway, I don't know what you said,
I can't remember now.
but it threw me on that whole fucking rant, man. Anyway, I have a different rant for you. I'm bringing a fucking YMBToAP classic that I haven't had to do because we work from home, but I'm back in the office, so you know what's gonna start happening? Oh, bathroom stories.
Oh no.
It's not quite it's poopy time. It's not a duck trumpet, but it's good stuff. Okay. Okay. I went to the bathroom.
Like you do.
As you do, because it's company time.
You gotta
It's
take your
free
time
money,
on
right?
company time.
So I go to the bathroom, and I don't know why now, but like specifically this go round of being in the office, I'm really afraid of people seeing my shoes.
I thought you were gonna say shit.
No.
You should be.
No, they're good. They're solid. They're a good color. You know, you're supposed to look okay. But I don't want people to see my shoes because then what if they'll know, oh man, that guy that was blowing it up, he had on those shoes. That's him.
Oh,
That's
God.
the guy, you know. So like if like I'm sitting in this one and someone's in the one like to the left of me, you know, I kind of like scoot to the right a little bit. Like I pull my
Suck
feet
your
over here.
legs up.
But you can't go too far to that side because then the people that use the urinals will see your shoes and they'll be like, oh, look at this weird guy. He's sitting all side saddle in the toilet. Weird.
The solution is just stick your legs straight the fuck out in front of you
Just
and hold
like,
them up
against the door. Yeah. But then, you know, you don't get the good like squatty potty action. You know?
You need the squatting seat.
So it's difficult. And so I moved my feet over and I was like, well, I can't really see this dude's shoes. So it's like, how much would I need to like bend down to like look at this guy's shoes? So I like kind of do. And I was like, all right, that's not too bad. But like I see his shoes. So like I know there's someone there. I know there's somebody to my left.
Okay.
And like I'm like playing a game on my phone and stuff. And like time goes by. No noise has happened from this guy. And I'm like, I'm done. Like I'm literally done.
Just hanging out.
And I've been waiting for this guy to potentially move, but I don't hear anything. So maybe it's time for me to move, you know? Because like it's a game. Because I will not walk out when you walk out. Like I'll fucking wait you out. I don't want to see you, and I don't want you to see me.
Yes, there's like
there's
an unspoken law in women's bathrooms. Like if someone is pooping, they're not going to come out of the stall until it's fucking empty.
Yeah. No. For us, I don't know what the deal is. I've been in bathrooms, multiple people pooping, or it's like me and like one other guy, and they're quiet for like 20 minutes because I'm trying to wait it out. And I go, okay, so I pull out toilet paper, and then they immediately start to wipe too. And it's like, no,
the hell,
why do you do it? It happens to me all the time.
It's like they're trying to like race to get out there with you and see who you are.
Yeah. So since I was waiting and this guy's making no noise, I was like, I'm done waiting. Like I want to go.
Yeah.
You know? So I start doing my thing, and then I'm like, wait a minute, what is that noise? There is a noise. What is this?
A DS in there.
And so like I get real quiet. And I'm listening because he's right next to me. You know?
Pressing your ear up against the stall.
And I just hear,
has he fallen asleep in there?
He's motherfucking asleep.
Oh my God.
On the toilet, dude.
No, not a toilet nap.
This guy, like, was he even trying to poop? You know, was he just like leaned up on the stall wall and then finally just drifted off into a nice smelly slumber?
A
Because I mean,
little,
it stinks in there, you
a
know.
little shit nap.
So he's asleep. So I like finish wiping, and now I'm trying to be, real delicate. Like I want to wake him up.
I'm gonna wake him up with my intense
Yeah,
butt wiping.
he's having a nice little poop nap. He's having a nice little poop nap, and the door opens. So we have the door to the men's bathroom has been a little fucked up lately. Like when it opens, it like catches against the door frame, so people gotta like shove it open, and it always like makes this oof, like it just makes
Nice.
this loud noise.
Yeah.
So somebody tried to come in, it got stuck, so they pushed it open, and it also slams when it closes.
Terrible.
So he's still asleep. The guy comes in, and then it bam slams closed, and that dude goes fucking jolted awake and farted immediately. So now I'm trying not to laugh, but like I've already like done all my wiping and stuff. So now I'm just, have you ever, because I've done this plenty and I know it's video, so you guys will get to see it. But if it's audio for you guys, you won't know. Like I've literally been done
Okay.
and then just like stood in there
Why?
waiting because like I don't want to keep sitting on the toilet. Like I'm done. I've already gotten dressed, right? I've gotten dressed, but I'm tall in the stall. So I can't just be like, looking at people. So like I'll stoop and just be like waiting.
Okay.
I won't look at you. I have to wait for you to leave. But I don't want to sit down in pants now on this toilet, right?
This is so deeply weird.
So anyway, now I'm kind of standing there waiting for this urinal guy to leave.
Yeah.
That made this dude wake up. So anyway, he's sitting there. He farts. Then he starts pooping. He starts making the poop noises, like it's splashing and all that stuff. So he was just waiting to go, I guess. And then when he got jolted, hey, here it comes.
Fascinating. What's his life like?
So then he poops, and I'm still waiting for urinal guy to go. And then he gets done, like 3 quick wipes, and he's out.
All right.
And he fucking gets out. And so now like I'm still just kind of waiting there, and I like see his shoes, and I see the guy come out, and he like stumbles like he's still sleepy.
Oh my god, his legs are asleep because he sat on the toilet for too damn long.
He's like not fully there, so he like stumbled and like crashed into my door a bit, and then he left, and so I'm just
standing there hunched over
waiting there, and then he leaves. And I just like whip open the lock. I'm like, I gotta get out of here before someone else comes in because I can't stand here after having heard what I just heard to my left.
Jesus.
So anyway, that was bathroom time.
All right, thank you for sharing.
Another bathroom story. It's been a while since I've had one because we've been home for 4 years. I don't have my own weird bathroom stories. But yeah, I told you I will not see you if I can help it in the bathroom, even if it's me just going like, I'm waiting for this guy to leave. I'm not just gonna sit on the toilet and wait. Like I've already done my thing. I'm ready.
I'm thinking
so that I can just like exit.
The only scenario where I would wait it out like that is if I have like really blasted a toilet and it's a super public situation, like a crowded public restroom where there's a line of women waiting to get in, because then somebody comes
in that scenario, yes,
and sits where you were just sitting and smells what you were just doing, and I don't want that.
For me, it's because I've been mortified before by like doing a natural thing. I just got done. I got up, I left, and then someone goes, Robert, and then like announces my name to the bathroom.
Oh my god, when has that happened to you?
Stu does that to me all the time. If he ever fucking crosses paths with me in the bathroom, Robert, and I'm like, hi Stu. Like, you don't have to tell everybody Robert's in the bathroom.
We don't say names in the bathroom.
Stu has done it to me plenty of times, so that's why I hover in the bathroom now. Because now I'm like, what if it's Stu out there? And I've come out before and he's like at the urinal And I just like book it, and I'm like, wash my hands as fast as I can. Come on, let's
God.
go. Because if he comes around the corner to wash his hands, Robert, and he'll say my name.
Oh, no. If you
It
see me in a public
happens.
restroom, we don't know each other. You
I
can talk
know
to
he
me
does it all the
outside.
time. No.
Fuck off with that.
So that's why I have to be so deeply weird. I've been burned too many times in the bathroom
That's fair.
with my name. So anyway, that's a bathroom story for you guys.
Okay.
It's just been a while. But so in the same day, had another weird thing happen. I thought you would love this.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm at work. I have a Ring doorbell. You have a Ring doorbell. You know how this
Yeah.
works. Do you know as well that if you come home with like Whataburger, it might
Uh-huh.
say package has been detected at your door. Like it just
Yeah.
picks up packaging as a delivery is happening.
It
right?
sees me and it's like package at the door because I'm just
You
wrapped
see-
up so nice.
That's right. So it never says that for me.
It's just, I don't know, my ass. It sees that and it's like package.
So it said package.
Weird.
And I had nothing on the docket. And my mom didn't have anything that she was getting. So I was like, what do you mean a package? And I know like sometimes it'll say someone's at your door, but it picked up like a car like way across the street, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm just like, I don't know. What is it? So I just do the little like pull down and look at the like preview. I don't click in the app, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, this dude has the world's largest Superman curl in the front of his fucking hair.
What?
I gotta watch this video. And I'd like for you to go to the general stuff and watch this video
Okay, you've sent me a video.
that I took from my Ring doorbell.
Okay, I'm watching.
Okay.
What the fuck is happening?
What is happening, Kelsey? Why don't you describe what you're seeing right now?
He's just wearing horns? They're coming
Yeah.
out of his head. Is he wearing them? Are they glued to his head?
You fucking look. I have zoomed in and everything. There is no headband. There's no elastic piece. Everybody's thing is that they're glued, but he has stubble on the top of his head. There's no way this man is gluing them to the hair.
That's so weird.
So then I went, okay, is it body modification stuff? And he has the magnets implanted underneath, and he
Oh.
can just like throw some magnets up on there.
That would be nuts.
But my Amazon delivery driver had fucking horns.
Yeah, like straight up.
I will post
fuck?
this somewhere for you guys to see, and then in like the Zeitgeist stuff, you know, I'll put it in the Discord or whatever.
Yeah.
I've been hanging on to this video for a while because this happened the other day, and I just like I had to record it, so I screen grabbed it.
I'm glad you did.
Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, post that on Ring Doorbell. It'll do numbers.
The devil got bored. He's like, I'll deliver some packages to people. But remember, I didn't order packages, so now I'm like, they're legitimate devil packages.
Yeah, so what do you
Satan-
deliver?
Satan is delivering things that I didn't ask for. It turns out Mary had bought stuff for our wedding, like some decorations and stuff. So she
Okay.
bought it and had
My
it
God.
delivered. But I didn't know that. So I'm like, none of us have packages coming. The devil showed up. What's in the box?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that happened. Isn't that fun?
That is
I showed
fascinating.
everybody at work.
I'm sure this guy is like, because he specifically like backs up to get in view of your camera. And like, I don't know if
Oh,
he's taking
yeah.
a picture of the packages maybe, but he's also like,
Oh, he is.
he's doing a little thing where like, look at my horns, bud. Like he's backing up
Bro.
so you can see them.
How fun. He's just like, man, I'm going to wear my horns today. Fuck yeah. It's Halloween, baby. You know?
I love that.
He's just having a good time. Like, good for him. You know?
Good for him.
Good for him. But yeah, Amazon Devil showed up.
All right. Good stuff.
Very nice.
I'm on the hunt for something. I'm hoping that the good world of shrimps can help me out.
Okay.
I need a game.
Okay.
And I have a game in my mind that I want to play, but I don't know where to find this game. So I'm going to describe a game and you're going to tell me what game I'm going to play because I just don't know.
So you
So-
were going to give me a type and the type of game you want to unfold, and I just need to pick one out. But it's not like
Yeah.
you're looking for this title.
I don't know a specific game. I know a specific game. You know, I have an idea of a game that I want to play,
Okay.
but I don't
But it's
know what game it is.
but it's not like you're like, it's a game I've played. I'm looking for Far Cry 5 or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, cool. I'm ready.
Let me tell you what I want.
Yes.
I want a big world, a lot of world, a
Okay.
map, a large map.
I've got one. Okay.
Okay. And perhaps it's a map that I can like drop little markers on to remind myself later, like, oh, I want to go here and do stuff.
Same game in mind. Okay.
Right. I would love it if there's collectibles, something that like you get a boon when you pick it up or something, or it's just like a collection of stuff that you're finding. Because I have a
Okay.
game that
Well, you killed that one.
Okay.
And like a whole franchise that I was like saving, but no.
Well,
okay.
we can talk about it because
we'll
these
get
are
to
not
it.
hard, fast points. These are just like,
Yeah,
this
okay.
is my list of wants. It's negotiable. So, need a game. Big map. Stuff
Big
to
map.
find on the map.
Dots, collectibles. Okay.
And I want, like, it would be great to have missions that like they send you to unknown parts of the map, and then you can like unlock pieces of the map as you're going and be like, I didn't know this was here. Like maybe you find a secret, or you find a dungeon and you go inside and there's more map.
Okay.
I want a big game that I can get lost in a world, or I can get into it and just find stuff. But the important part to me is the map. I'm just craving a map right now. I don't know how to fill this need.
Okay. So my big map, dots, go do shit.
Yes.
It was Zelda. It was like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom.
See, I was thinking perhaps a Zelda game, but
none of them are like that except for those two.
Okay.
So the rest of them, no, that's not going to be the thing. Because like Wind Waker is a giant map that's just water, and then there's little tiny islands. So like there's little map. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not a lot of map. Not good. Rest of them, but see, Breath of the Wild, green markers, red markers, purple markers, blue markers, orange markers. You can just drop that shit all over the fucking place.
I like to mark stuff. Like,
so that's why I thought that.
I've been really thinking about video game maps lately, and I love when you have I love two different types of maps in video games. So like when you have a map that's already like, you know, it's going to be huge, and you can like zoom out and see the map that's undiscovered, and you're like, I have so much game left to go.
Okay.
And I also like maps where like it's already revealed and you can still see, and it's like, wow, I'm in like a tiny little part of this game, and there's going to be so much more. So
I need you to, I'm going to send these TikTok guys to you. They do weird rankings all the time.
Okay.
Well, so they basically take somebody else's list of rankings, and then they try to guess and see if they can like complete the list.
Okay.
And one was like the top 10 video game maps.
Fuck yeah.
I should find that one and send it to you, because that one was interesting.
Even like stuff like not a huge map, but like a dense map, you know, where they give you like, here's a big map and here's a lot of stuff to do inside of it.
Okay.
Like State of Decay is it's simple maps, you know, they're small-ish, but there's lots of stuff on there to do. Like there's the trader that comes and goes, there's play carts to look at, there's little like outposts to discover and things to loot. And maybe I just want to play State of Decay again.
I do have another option.
Okay.
Which was the franchise.
All right.
And you said like maybe, so I'm thinking you were already maybe thinking this. So you're saying you want a world to be lost in, like you just want to go live and exist.
Yeah.
I don't think the story's that important. So I think you could just go live in it and it's fine. Because there are missions, but also everywhere you walk, a little question mark pops up and you're like, well, what is that place? And it's just another place.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like mini dungeons. And there's thousands of them.
I'm intrigued.
Really? You are intrigued. Very good.
If you say Elden Ring, I'm going to be so sad.
Not fucking at all.
Okay, good.
0%. No. You're talking Assassin's Creed now.
Okay. I thought I might be talking Assassin's Creed.
You are literally talking Assassin's Creed, and I'm trying to pull up the Odyssey map right now because I've been playing that game for 20 hours. And if let's say my whole screen right here is the map.
Uh-huh.
I've only gotten about my handprint unlocked.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, and I've been playing it for 20 hours, like
That's
too
what I
much fucking
like.
game.
Yeah.
And I've been skipping shit, and there's still too much game, and I still have literally all of this map to go. And
Wonderful.
It is dark, so I know I haven't been there yet. So it will
Yeah.
unlock and like light up on the map.
Okay. Because another game that I had in mind, and this is like, the game's not about the map, but LA Noire had such a good map. And I just recall like there's collectibles all around the map. There's those little movie reels that you find. There's the different cars that you can get. And I love that, being able to like go and be like, I've crossed off this garage because I know I've got the car there.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
So this is the map.
Okay, for Assassin's Creed?
Yeah. Okay, so everywhere with a name, right? Literally all of this is the map. My 20 hours has been let me
You spending time at Focus?
It's literally just been this part and a little bit of this.
All right.
Cause see, and these are the levels you're supposed to be as well.
I like that.
Oh no, yeah. So I have been to okay, so here, yeah, because I did have to sail through here. I just had a mission where I went up here, and then I purposefully came down here to kill a guy, and then I came back up.
Okay.
But the sailing from here to here was about 20 minutes. So it takes a long
map.
Like you literally live in it because you can't just like go there.
Yeah.
Now, once you've been here, you can do the viewpoints, and once you've done them, you can then fast travel to those later.
Okay.
But at first, everything is you walk to every place you go.
Yeah, I like that.
Or you get on your horse, Phobos. I love Phobos. He's a good horse. He won't die like my Ghost of Tsushima horse.
Okay.
But
another
I
game
wish
that
I could
does
like come in, because all right, so this is Focus.
Yes.
There's in like 5 regions within this.
Oh.
And then probably 30 to 40 points of interest within each region.
Yeah,
I mean, it's literally too dense. It's so fucking dense.
Which Assassin's Creed is this?
This is Odyssey, so that's the Greek one.
Okay.
That's the Greek one that I'm trying to beat right now.
Assassin's.
Because remember, it took me a solid year to 100% the one before that with a smaller map.
Yeah.
And I played it every fucking day for a year.
That's a lot.
But I went and did every question mark, every tiny thing on the map.
That's what I want to do. I want a checklist of stuff.
It's literally a checklist. You just fucking walk around and go, I cleaned it. I cleaned it up. I mean, you're doing the same thing in every checkpoint. You know, it's okay. Here's another base, and I got to collect the 3 loot chests. I have to kill this general. I have to do, maybe I got to burn war supplies at this one. And then once you clean that up, you get a check mark and you get the XP, and then you just move on to the next fucking place.
Okay.
And it never gets fucking old. It never gets fucking old. I play these with my brain off, and I just live.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds like what I want. Because that's kind of how Dredge is like you can put stuff on the map. And there's like stuff that you're specifically looking for, like the little X's on the map. It's like, go here and find this thing. And you go there and you find it. And then when you get there, you find out there's other stuff to explore, and other things to do, and fish to find. And
here's how big the map is. Usually when you're going to a mission point, it's so far away, even when you're on your horse, that you can set your horse to just run there for you, so you don't have to use the controls. Because it's going to take you time. Yeah. So you like press a button and it does like a dotted line on the road that goes to where you're going, and you can say, go to my map marker, and then you can just put the controller down and just like watch you ride the horse going somewhere. Or you can control it manually, but some people don't want to just press forward on the stick for 15 minutes to get there, so they just
Yeah.
watch it instead.
So is this a game where the world is too big, where you feel like, why am I running for 20 minutes? Or is there stuff to look at and stuff to do along the path?
There is stuff to do because, like I said, you have like your compass up at the top, and so you're like, okay, well, I'm going here for the mission, and then I'll be like, oh yeah, but what's that question mark?
Okay.
That one's close. It's only 50 meters. Let's just go there. So you pop over there.
Yeah.
And then you clean up that little dungeon. So then you go, okay, back to where I was going. Well, actually, the viewpoint is kind of close to where I'm at. Let me go do the viewpoint. Then you'll do the viewpoint. And then you go, okay, I'm going to go to the mission. Then you start heading towards the mission. And then then you pass an animal den with like an alpha animal that you can kill for a checklist. And you go, well, I can probably take this albino boar. Let's do that real quick.
Okay.
Then you take out the albino boar, and then you go, "Pooh, I did that, and I got like a cool bow and arrow. Nice." And then you get a gear upgrade at the same time. Okay, now I'm going to the fucking mission, and then, well, let me do this question mark real quick, and then you wind up doing like 50 things. You forget that you were doing the mission, then you go do it. You've leveled up enough that's kind of easy, and then you just do it again,
Okay.
and again, and again, and again till the end of time.
This sounds like what I'm looking for.
I love Assassin's Creed.
What's the gameplay like? Is it like, so you're fighting stuff the whole time you're there?
Running.
Just
You're
running. Okay.
Running or riding your horse. And so the gameplay is so these are a bit more action oriented
Okay.
because Assassin's Creed used to basically be only stealth, and when you fight people, you basically only do counters and parries. You don't really push the attack. That kind of started shifting, so now you have like just swinging swords, a heavy attack, or you have like 4 abilities that you can like assign to a wheel. And so you can be like, all right, this one lets me charge at people from like 30 meters away. Boom, I can do that. This one heals me. This one lets me do this crazy big attack that does this. This one's a big sweeping attack to push enemies away. But I also have to parry. I also got to counter. I got to watch the enemy colors to know if that attack is dodgeable or not dodgeable. And then once I kill it, or I can do stealth the whole time, and you just walk up behind people, press a button, kill them.
Okay.
But then you got to hide the bodies, because if they see the bodies, they look for you. And then platforming, tons of literally climbing all the time.
All right. So you play this on PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
Is it on the Xbox?
And PC. You can play it anywhere all the time. You get it on Steam for like $10, like half the time.
Hell yeah. So maybe I can put it on my Steam Deck and play it on a controller in the bed.
Yes, you could.
That would be ideal.
You sure could. Then I guess it's what era do you want? Because there's 3 that are like this one.
Okay.
So you could go Egypt.
Ooh.
Could do Assassin's Creed Origins. You can do Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is the Greece one.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can go Norse Vikings and do
interesting.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Okay, so they're all like beefy like this one, or
They are all like this one. But
okay.
this one was notorious because they made the levels rise so slowly that they were like, hey, but if you buy, because it's a Ubisoft game, like Star Wars Outlaws and shit.
Yeah.
Origins didn't have this problem, but this one specifically, I'm doing like everything, and I'm just barely keeping up with the level that I need for the story.
Okay.
So they were like, well, if you don't want to grind as much, buy this micro transaction where we double the XP forever, but you pay money though.
Okay.
And it's quite tempting, but I also like to 100% these, so I'm wasting my life away clearing dungeons.
That sounds like a good time.
Plus, living in Greece is great, dude. I fucking love, because like there's people just out doing chores. You can like see people like going in the fields and doing stuff.
Cool.
It's always super accurate because they have historians work on these games, so it's always like, this is what it's like. And remember, there was that kid, they got lost in Italy or Rome.
Yeah.
Like his school field trip got lost, and he goes, I can get us back. And he did. And they went, how do you know this? He's like, I played Assassin's Creed a lot. And then remember, because we caused Notre Dame to burn down,
We did.
they're rebuilding it from Assassin's Creed.
That's incredible.
Because the game that they did in France is the only one-to-one model that exists somewhere.
That's
So they
fucking
just use the
wild.
schematic from that and they're rebuilding it.
And they say video games aren't art.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
love Assassin's Creed. I've played all of them, except for this one and the next one because they're just too fucking beefy. But like, they're a good time. But I don't play them for story anymore. They are strictly gameplay for me these days. And so if that's what
Okay.
you want gameplay-wise, it's the perfect thing to go to.
I think I'll get this then. That sounds like my jam.
Yeah. But so pick your vibe, and then that's the one you can do. But in this one, Odyssey and Valhalla, you can be a girl or a guy.
Ah, neat.
And the girl in the Greek one here specifically, her voice actress was like 50 times better than the guy, so nobody played as the guy because his voice actor sucked.
Okay.
And I'm playing as her now, and she's so fucking cool. Cassandra's the best, dude.
Nice.
Oh, you'd love her. She's fucking hardcore.
But no collectibles in this game.
Your collectibles are more the checklist of just saying like, I did everything in this region. I've done everything because while you're sailing, there's also shipwrecks, so you have to dive under the water and you can clear out those. Like, there's literally too fucking much because you're also doing ship battles. Like while you're running, when you sail places, there's a whole that game Skull and Bones that just came out.
Yeah.
And Sea of Thieves were based off of the Assassin's Creed Black Flag gameplay for boat battles. Those are still in this game, and you can upgrade your ship and get better weapons to fight people out on the high seas and shit. And they sing their sea shanties just like they used to do.
Okay.
It's so much. It's so rich with history.
All right. Maybe I'll get into Assassin's Creed.
I like Assassin's Creed. I think it's fun. It's a good time.
Excellent.
But Odyssey, I think is a good one.
Okay. That's what I need. Thank you for this.
Hundreds of hours of living in Greece.
Yeah.
Awaits you.
I'm ready for it.
Cool. I mean, I think that's a good pick, but I would love to hear what anybody else has on the plate because I mean, there's too many games that have giant maps these days.
Yeah, I'm still open to it. Like even the Zelda games, I might be into that. I don't like the concept of like your weapon keeps breaking and you have to keep upgrading it.
That fucks me up.
Yeah.
Like,
so in Assassin's Creed, that doesn't happen. There's no weapon management. Just like getting new and better gear.
Yeah. Okay, man. Oh, I'm gonna sell Kelsey so fucking hard today. Yes. Okay. All weapons got fucking stats as well. Everything is stats. So it's like, all right, well, I can keep this bow. It does better damage. But this one was good again. This one applied poison. So
oh yeah, okay.
That's kind of better in the long run. Less damage, but overall time, right? So you can dual wield swords.
Nice.
So each sword is its own thing with different stats and perks or whatever. Bow and arrow, then you do helmet, chest, waist, shoes, and then wrist guards. They all have different levels and stats and stuff.
All right.
Yeah. So it's mostly doing that.
Cool.
And then there is like a blacksmith where you can say like, I really like this piece.
Yeah.
And I want to upgrade it. So it's like a level 5 piece and everything is ugly. And this one's beautiful.
Okay.
When I hit level 20, I want to use it again. I'm just going to pay the blacksmith to make it a level 20 piece of gear now.
Excellent.
And now it'll match where you are. I don't do that though, because it's super fucking expensive, like in game to do it.
Okay.
But as you kill mercenaries, there's mercenaries trying to hunt you down all the time.
Oh.
You get new perks. So right now, I think I'm on like level 7 of the mercenary thing, and all blacksmith prices were reduced by half. So
hell yeah.
Maybe now I'm more apt to think about it. So you also just get perks to gameplay overall. There's a lot. Like it's literally too much game.
Yeah, it sounds deep, which is what I'm looking for. Like I want something that I can play for a long time. Because we talked about this in Friday Roundup a little bit, and
no, I just pointed at you. I did it again.
Yeah. I want something that I can get into. I want a backlog to explore.
I've never thought I'd be able to sell Assassin's Creed to Kelsey, but I think I mean, everything you want, this game has.
Yeah.
And you didn't say story, so you're good, because there's not really a story that's worth paying attention to.
See, you said that about Dredge, and I have so many bones to pick with
No,
that.
that has a story, but like this, I mean, it does. But
There's
like,
probably a rich story that you just drove
but
past.
like when you're doing a story, and then you take 10 hours to get to the next piece of the story, and you've done
Yeah.
like 18 tiny little side quests, I don't remember the plot of what's happening.
Okay.
I'm very lost as to what's happening in this game. All I know is she's trying to find her dad that threw her off a cliff when she was young, but then I found him and I killed him. Now I'm looking for mom. So I had an orgy and got people drunk. It was wild.
Okay.
It's a weird game. And the orgy was with Socrates, by the way.
Fabulous.
Not really. He was just there.
Just watching. Socrates is a little bit of a freak.
No, he was like having a debate with somebody. And they don't call him Socrates. Like they say things the way they would have said it. So it's like Socrates or something. Maybe it was more of that. I just didn't like it. I was like, ugh, quit talking to him. Let's be done with this section of the game.
Okay.
But they say everything, how you're supposed to. It's a fun ride.
All right.
But too bad the Japanese one just got delayed, because then you could be rich in Japanese culture before you go to Japan.
Let me look at that up real quick. Assassin's Creed.
That's said February now.
February. So maybe I play this and I get excited for the Japanese one.
Yeah. Because you can be a big hulking guy samurai or the like girl ninja.
I want to be a big hulking girl samurai.
No, you just got to be the guy. You're either a samurai or a ninja.
All right.
Boy or girl. I'm really excited because nobody likes Assassin's Creed. Except for me. And I've been playing it since it came out in 2006.
My God.
I love this franchise.
Yeah, maybe I'll dive into it.
I don't know what's happening anymore. Because they really gave up on the story. Used to be so good, man. Cool. I'm excited now.
Thank you for the recommendation.
You are welcome. But I still want you guys. I want you guys to give Kelsey some stuff too. I'm curious.
I'll hear it out.
So with that, would you like to take a quick break?
Yes, I would.
Let's do it.
Oh, you think you know what happened to me? Look, I'm back, and I'm about to unearth all the secrets in Old Cove. So do a little refresher on Season 1 and get caught up before Season 2 arrives. Trust and believe. You don't want to miss what's coming.
Welcome to Severed, a podcast suite that offers a rotation of content centered around true crime to paranormal cases. Severed True Crime covers high to low profile true crime cases like the Westfield Watcher, The Staircase, The Keepers, and other binge-worthy favorites on Netflix. Severed Paranormal peers into the corner-moon windows of the Amityville Horror House, the Conjuring House, and other mysterious cases, locations, and urban legends.
I'm Harry Chambers.
And I'm Drew Hudson. We want you along for this investigative and haunting roundup. Scare you soon.
If you are loving this episode, but you want more of that YMBToAP, you want to be a little shrimpy. Did you guys notice the emojis? The little emojis. I figured out how to do emojis. And I'm very excited about it. If you crave more YMBToAP, if you want more of this voice, you can get hours and hours. And we're going to tabulate how many hours of bonus content. You can go over to that patreon.com/YMBToAP, which stands for You Must Be Thinking of Another Podcast. And over there, you can sign up to be a patron. The patrons are our best friends. They live in Discord with us. I open my phone. And I'm like, hello, Patreon. And I click on the buttons and I like all the stuff that they send us. You can sign up to be in the Discord for just $2. Just $2. I think it's worth it. You get a little community. You get to talk to people. There's always some new bump and topic in there. We've been talking about, what perfumes we would make out of YMBToAP. We've been talking about our real thoughts on Folie à Deux and perhaps some future plans to maybe not watch it. We'll see. It's a good place and it's a lot of fun. If you want to spend the $5 getting the pre-ramble tier, you can learn all about what's going on at the bottom of Robert's foot. I'm not going to tell you here because it's secret pre-ramble business. But if you're curious, He aired it all over on the Pre-Ramble this week. If you want to get in for the full $10, you can get our Zeitgeist Media Reviews, which is a deep dive into a big piece of media. We have been working on some good stuff behind the scenes for y'all for the futures, and you'll be seeing it very soon. We have their beautiful website in the show notes. You can click on that and get you some YMBToAP stickers. If you go on over to our Redbubble site, you get the stickers. You can get a set of coasters. Actually, they're like stone coasters that are really nice. And I think I'm gonna get me some of those because they're just classy, and I love a classy coaster. If you want to get a classy coaster, click on the Redbubble link today. And now let's get you a big thank you to all of our supporters, and then let's get you back on over to the regularly scheduled YMBToAP content.
Okay, man.
Okay, I've been waiting.
What do you want to know?
Everything. So I know the rats because of you and because of social media. That's all anybody wants to talk about is the rats.
Did I tell you what happened with the rats?
You told me what happened with the rats.
Okay, cool. There's really nothing else to say, man.
That's it? Just rats?
I mean, it's okay. So Terrifier 3 is out. I went and saw it. You will find this interesting.
Okay.
So we know that it's like an indie darling right now. It's like not attached to a studio. It's just this guy. He's making it. First movie was like $25,000. Second movie was $250,000. This movie is $2 million to me.
That's so parabolic.
Yeah, he is going up, and its money it's bringing in is just doing the same thing, but higher.
Yeah.
So it cost $2 million. Already made like 18 million, like weekend one. I mean,
Imagine.
It's good. It's made money.
That's nuts. I'm so happy for this guy.
Yeah. And he did like a lot of tributes to like older horror franchises in this one.
Okay.
So, like there's a shower scene that is a mix of Psycho and Texas Chainsaw Massacre,
Okay.
which was very fun. The story in this one definitely makes more sense, which is good because they don't make a lot of sense.
All right.
I'm finding out like way more now that it's out and I'm watching people talk about it. So I guess in the original, he was just a guy. He was just a dude, but a demon brought him back in part 2.
Did he die in part 1?
Yeah. He shoots himself because he doesn't want to get caught.
Okay.
And then comes back right there at the end. Spoilers, I guess. But part 2 then makes like almost no sense at all. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's just like a watch and you're like, what the fuck is happening? And 3 tries to explain that a little bit more, but it doesn't give you quite enough, but it was still like a good time.
All right.
And the end, oh my God, the end was, you know how we talk about like the 10, 15 minute, 20 non-stop thing?
Yeah. Just like streamed it to your eyeballs, to your brain.
There was a moment where I was like, oh, we're doing that. And it just kept going and it was great.
Good.
Because I guess like this one demon's trying to transfer. So this demon is inhabiting a body that it doesn't want. And so it wants the protagonist from part 2.
Okay. The lady.
Yeah, the girl in the like Viking costume thing.
The final girl.
Yes. Because in this world, there's like the evil and then the counterpart of the good. And so they're like destined to battle one another.
Okay.
Kind of the gist. But the demon is like, if I take over the good counterpart, then nothing will stop us. And there's this moment where like she's trying to get in her and they're just screaming back and forth at each other while it's like passing back and forth and trying to take over. And I was like, this is phenomenal. This is peak cinema right here. I'm enjoying this. And then she's fighting him while he's got a chainsaw and she's got a sword and there's sparks flying and stuff getting cut off. There's just a lot happening there at the end. It's amazing. As for the kills, definitely not as gross as part 2 to me.
Really?
Like the rat thing was whatever.
Everyone on social media is like, I was gonna throw up.
It's just because people don't like rats, I think. You know how people are with mice? Like people just I think it's just because it had rats in it. It's not even really what happens.
There was a scene in Saw or Hostel, one of those like gore fest movies
Mhm.
where they put the rats like on somebody's tummy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the same thing, but like on the tummy, not in the throat.
Yeah. And so I don't know. That just felt like it's wild,
Yeah.
but like the thing in part 2 was just like unnecessary. And this was just like, watch this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are
And then
we
people talk about the shower scene.
desensitized?
Yes,
Are
very
we
much
fucked
so.
up?
Yeah, because the opening to this movie, by the way, me and the person that I took, the only people laughing in the
Okay.
theater. Because we did laugh several times. I think people judged us. But they were, okay, we need to talk about this, though. That kids love these movies.
Kids?
Children love the Terrifier movies.
You know, if this came out when I was like 12, 13 and super into like going to the movies to see horror, I would have been all over this shit.
Because a family brought children into this movie while I was there.
Aren't
I
there,
don't think
like,
you should.
sexually violent scenes in these movies?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
So I was actually thinking about that. And I was going to ask the person that I took with me, which was Adri. And I forgot to text her, but I was going to say, there were no boobs in part 3. That was a question that I had.
Oh.
I was like, I don't remember there being boobs because I was
Were there-
surprised that there was a Wang in part 3.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, way to flip the script because nudity is always boobs.
Yes, always. In horror movies especially.
Nudity is always well, nudity in general for movies is always female nudity.
Yeah.
It's very, very rare you get male
You
nudity.
never see a penis in a horror movie, in a movie in general.
And I was very shocked that I saw one in this one, and it was hilarious to me.
Was it like a casual one, like Cillian Murphy's Shaded Shaft, or was it?
Well, that's why I was like, I guess I'm seeing it because it was just covered in a lot of blood. So
Yeah.
I was missing out on what was really happening.
Okay.
So
missing it?
that's the shower scene that everybody talks about. And that's why I'm like, I really need to think about it because I don't think we saw boobs in that scene. I think
Are there
maybe
boobs in the first 2 movies?
there's boobs in the first one, not in
Okay.
part 2 though.
Hmm.
Not in part 2 that I can think of. I think we may have seen boobs in the third one a little bit during the shower part, but they focus more just on this girl's face, just right here.
Okay.
And then the guy, man, I called it too, and I hate how fucked up I am then. He like messed up the guy, and he's got the chainsaw, and the guy's like crawling away from the shower, and I was like, oh yeah, you just stick that chainsaw right up his asshole.
Oh my god.
That just makes sense. And then he just goes right between the cheeks, man.
There's something wrong with us.
Like literally right between, and I just bust out laughing.
Yeah.
So then he does flip him over, and then he like cuts him in half from the bottom up, and you do get to see one. But I was trying to make sense of the mangled mess that was on screen. But when I did see it, because there is a chainsaw, and they're crazy going,
Pretty
they-
vibratory.
Yeah. So I finally realized, oh, there it is, and this dude's just getting cut up, and his thing's just just flipping all around, so you don't really like see it, but it is there.
Okay.
And then that was it, and that part wasn't that bad to me either. But that's the other like, ooh, there is a part that I'm seeing everybody talk about now. I cannot tell it on here.
Okay.
That's how you know it's the bad one.
Awesome.
I will have to tell you off thing.
Yes.
But it was fucking really good, and it ended on a fucking cliffhanger, so there's a fourth one.
I mean, these things are printing money. You may as well.
Well, he announced that the fourth one's in the works, but he's ending it at number 5.
Oh shit. Okay.
So he knows this ends at 5. What the fuck's gonna happen then? And so they're all like, do you have other characters? Do you have things you're gonna do? And he's like, I don't know, I won't tell you. But it's getting real hard to come up with like nastier kills every time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying my best. And he's just like running out of ideas, I guess.
Let's get the
But-
sickos from Saw and Hostel on the phone.
Man, it was really, really good. Like, I would see it again. I would love to
Alright.
see it again. And then Taylor's now becoming interested because she's finding out that he's funny.
Oh.
which is part of the charm of this whole thing. Like, he's funny.
Yeah.
He never speaks, but like there's a whole scene where he meets Santa Claus and he acts like a 5-year-old kid the entire time. Like, he loves Santa
Okay.
until they piss him off and then he kills everybody in the room.
Nice.
You know, and that one was a little hardcore. He mixed up like a liquid nitrogen fire extinguisher kind of thing.
Okay.
And so he froze Santa's face and then just like clubbed it in.
Yikes.
After he did his hands first. That was gnarly. That was intense. Like, they're weird movies. They're so weird. But they keep saying that he's like right up there with Michael. Like he's now horror icon status.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I mean, I would say
agree
he
with that.
is. He's everywhere. Like, I see this clown in so much these days. Which is to say, like, you know, just in memes and stuff online. Not
Yeah.
like I'm seeing him in other movies or anything like that, but he's known. Like, everybody knows
yeah.
Art the Clown.
Spencer's has a whole section right now because of this movie.
Of
They
course
have
do.
neon signs that you can buy. Just like a neon outline of art with these like flower sunglasses on and stuff.
You should get that.
I kind of want it, but I'm like, where would I put that thing? And
Directly
who would
behind
allow
you.
me in this house? You know, nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of Funko Pops coming out for him right now. He's kind of a thing, and I'm
He's got
like,
like a really specific look about him. Like,
yeah,
he has potential. Like, when I first saw him, I remember asking you, like, what is this guy from? I feel like I've seen him before because he just looks iconic. Like, he has a thing about him where he looks like he should be from something. That's amazing. I think you should have this.
What am I gonna do with that?
Put it immediately on your desk.
Just right here where
Yeah.
this thing is. Yeah.
Just wear it as a mask, even.
Like, he is such a thing now. Like, I would say he's like right up there with Pennywise for clowns, you know?
Yeah.
Everybody knows him. I'm freaking really into the movies. I'm into the girl that's like the heroine of these things.
Yeah, I
I
did.
want to know what her deal is, you know?
You sent me a couple of TikToks where it's talking about how Terrifier 3 is like kind of got a feminist message to it, which is interesting to me.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing stuff. This guy is like doing a thing,
Yeah.
you know, because studios aren't in on the ticket right now. And they tried to be. Like, they tried desperately to be part of this movie. And he was like, no, it's mine. Because I know it works now,
Yeah.
you know. But like, here's how much money it's making. You ready?
Yeah.
I was going to go see it. Taylor didn't want to go. So she was going to see another movie while I saw this movie. And the only movie that she wanted to see and that was playing at any time close was Beetlejuice.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, well, there's like 6 times for Beetlejuice and like 4 times for Terrifier. So at some point we can cross paths, right?
Yeah.
Then day of, I go to get the tickets and they took all the show times away from Beetlejuice and gave them to Terrifier. Because they knew that's where the money
wild.
was.
Wow.
Like, they knew that's where the money would come in. So Beetlejuice went from having showtimes from like 11 to 8 o'clock at night to 11 and only 3.
Wow.
They gave it 2 showtimes, and Art the Clown had 5 showtimes, doubled to 10.
That's nuts.
Like, they know this makes money. And it's good. I mean, it's good. And it got the highest rating on Rotten Tomatoes out of the 3 of them. Like, people are like, oh, it's actually good too.
Yeah. Like,
That's
it's
so
cool to see
gross.
this franchise take off.
All right, human moment time. Here we go.
Here we go.
It's history time. Like, we have lived in a world of Michael Myers's and Freddy Krueger's and Jason Voorhees. We've lived in that world.
Mm-hmm.
Who else have we seen? Who else has risen since we've been here?
Like, there's been plenty of franchises, but they don't
Oh, there's
take
one.
off and become icons. Like Jeepers Creepers, maybe a little bit. He had a moment, but he's not like, when you think of horror, you don't
Yeah.
think, oh, that guy.
See, I don't think of the guy I'm going to tell you that's up in there with him. It's Ghostface.
Ghost. Oh, Scream. Yeah.
People fucking love Ghostface, dude. And I'm
Yeah.
not a big Scream person, so I don't consider it, but it is true. you always see Ghostface shit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been the classic Halloween costume since the 90s.
Yeah, because of Scream.
Mhm.
Like he's the guy. That's the only one we've seen since we've been around.
Yeah.
And now there's Art the Clown. And it's weird because it was nothing.
Yeah.
But they all start as nothing. I mean, Halloween was a little indie movie kind of thing. They filmed it in 7 days.
Right.
You know, like
It's
it was nothing.
funny how the ideas like that are what gets famous and stays famous. Like I said, Jeepers Creepers, it had its moment. Saw even had a moment, and it was a pretty extensive moment. They had 10 fucking movies, but
yeah,
who's watching Saw 10? Nobody.
This thing I watched said that. They said, yeah, Saw, but like I don't consider Jigsaw these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other, like Samara from The Ring is the only other one that's sticking out, but that's just because I'm terrified of her.
But like that's kind of one. I mean, like people always come back to her.
But she's not like a franchise killer. She's not a slasher. She's just like a spooky ghost girl.
That's true. But I mean, she's not a horror icon, but she's pretty close. I would think, because you see that a lot. Jaws is not.
No.
I mean, he's scary enough, but like, yeah, you got basically those 4. I think it's Michael, Jason, Freddy, Ghostface.
Yeah.
These 4 guys own it, and that's it. You know.
Yeah.
And now you got Art the Clown walking in, and I'm about it because I really like these movies. I think I like them now because like it does feel so different going to see them because like nobody knows what they are. People are finding out what they are, but it's fun to kind of have like it's like when you first play a game, and the people that might play multiplayer at first really love it because they're passionate about it, but then like it gets popular, and then like everybody comes in, and then it's not that thing anymore.
Helldivers.
Yeah, like one day, but if he ends it at 5, maybe we avoid the whole like oversaturation part.
Yeah, like if he has a story, if he has like a trajectory in mind for this thing, then yeah, like by all means, that's what I like about people who know what their shit is. They know what the story is about. They get in, they tell it in exactly the way they want to tell it, and then they get out. Like, you know, that they're about it, you know?
I'll tell you this too. Adri didn't want to watch these with me because she's scared of clowns.
Really?
She's not scared of clowns now because of him.
That's
because she likes him. She's like, he's funny. He's a cool guy. I don't want to hang out with him because he'll brutally murder me, but he's funny.
Sure.
So I've sent Taylor a TikTok. It was just like all the like funny moments that he has, and she thought he was funny. And I was like, see, it's not just gross, but he's just an interesting character. You know? I cannot wait for 4. I would like to see 3 again, honestly. But there's things I have to tell you about it, not here.
Okay.
Like, I literally can't say them.
Good time.
That's like beyond trigger warning stuff. That's just like, that's just not right. There's just nothing right about that.
Well, I'm glad you're having a good time with Terrifier.
Yeah. I think you might like it. I don't think Richard would like it.
No, he doesn't do scary movies.
But it's not scary. It's just gross.
Yeah.
These movies are not scary in the slightest.
Yeah.
You would never be scared thinking, oh, the clown's going to come get me. You're like,
okay.
I would fucking not want to run into that guy, though. Like, you're just like, that's a dude I'd want to pass by, you know?
Yeah. I have been on the scary movie train this week because I have nothing to do at home because we packed away all of our good stuff. But what I have been watching is a bad movie. I'm just gonna flat out say it. I watched The Babadook.
Okay, good.
I did not enjoy my time with this movie.
It's not good. It's not good.
Good. It sucks. The whole thing sucks.
I hated that movie when I watched it.
I wanted to like it so bad because he told me like, oh, it's like an allegory for grief, and like it's not a scary movie. It is about a message.
I tried to steer you to like it.
Yeah.
because I wanted it to be scary and it wasn't. So I was like,
No.
well, if I'm saying it's something different, maybe she goes, yeah, I see those. But you don't even see those.
No. So I tried to approach it from the idea of like, this isn't a scary movie, which it's not.
Okay.
I tried to approach it from like, this is a movie with a message. And it is a really ham-fisted message that just they deliver in a terrible way. Like I don't like how they did any of it. The movie's mostly just kind of a horror story about what it's like to be a single mom of a neurodivergent kid, basically.
Yeah.
And I didn't like any of the characters. Like the mom was okay, but she wasn't really a standout. I don't remember her name, honestly. Her sister sucked. All of her sister's friends and stuff sucked. Her sister's daughter sucked. The kid sucked. I couldn't stand.
I hate the kid, dude.
God, I was tweeting in Discord as I was watching this. Yeah, I was like, I hope the Babadook kills this kid because
I was laughing so hard when you were saying that in the Discord.
Oh my God. 2 minutes in, like the first thing he says, I don't like him. No redeeming qualities to that child. Yeah, and then like the ending was stupid as hell. Like it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
It goes nowhere. I thought for a second, like the Babadook was going to overtake her and she was going to do everything the storybook said. Like she killed the dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, the kid's next. Cool. And that didn't happen. They just like,
yeah.
Yeah. Like I wanted her to succumb to the monster of grief and to like be overwhelmed. And like, cause they do, like I said, it's ham-fisted. Like they were just like, yeah, get it? The Babadook is like the idea that she's sad because her husband died. I'm like, yeah, I fucking get it.
I did not take that on my first watch. I was just like, I don't know what the fuck this movie's about.
And then she keeps it in the basement and just feeds it
because
worms.
You can't get rid of grief. It's always there.
And
but you cope.
That's another like stupid part of the metaphor where it's just like we're hitting you over the head, we're bludgeoning you with a grief stick. Be like, guess what the monster is supposed to represent? You'll never get it. And then the fact that the kid's like, when can I see the monster? You've already seen it, bud. Like,
can you answer me this though? Now that you've seen it,
okay,
and clearly from the emoji, you know about that side of it.
Yes.
I don't understand that part. What does he have to do with being a gay icon?
I looked it up because I was kind of hoping that there would be some like also a gay message in this movie. So I was like, what's gay about it? Everyone says the Babadook is a gay icon. When the Babadook first came out and got on Netflix, there was a glitch in the system and Netflix put it under the LGBTQ friendly category, just like stuck the Babadook in there. And so everyone was like, what the hell is the Babadook about? And they watched it thinking it's like a gay icon movie. And it's not. There's nothing gay about it at all. But people just kind of like,
well, that's funny.
Yeah, like they appropriated the glitch, and they're like, okay, yeah, he's a gay icon. We accept him. So,
well, good for him.
Yeah, good for
okay. So see, he's just being accepted. Okay,
he's just vibing.
That's kind of funny.
Shit movie. Don't waste your time on the Babadook.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry that I made you watch it because I was hoping it might do what people claimed, but
I mean,
I'm sad that it is what I thought it was. So
you didn't even make me watch it as the thing. Like you were just like,
I offered it though.
You did. You were like, here is a movie that I didn't like, but maybe you could, and left it there. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm bored. Why not? I'll put it on. And it was just as bad as you were saying.
That sucks. I would like for some people to see a thing and be like, sorry, but you might like Joker 2 one day. And I'll be like, good, because lots of people do, but like, it's not me. It's not me.
But a movie that I did really enjoy, I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
It's What's Inside.
I feel like I've heard of this
fucking movie. I texted you about this movie because I was like,
yeah, that was it.
Yeah, I saw a trailer on TikTok and it was like the shortest little thing. It was just like, what if you and your friends all body swapped? Got weird with it. I was like, cool. Like just picturing that made me excited.
Okay.
So this is the coolest plot of a movie that has come out in some time. It's like, it's I would compare it to like Knives Out meets Bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, don't look up anything about this movie. Don't go Googling.
No, just but Netflix. Okay, cool.
Yes, it's on Netflix. It's a Netflix original film. So
okay.
Yeah, I was surprised by that. And it's got a bunch of like nobody actors. I didn't recognize anybody. So,
Okay.
but it is so good. Like the premise, they set it up pretty quick. So basically, it's a bunch of like college friends that are kind of like frenemies almost, because they're like they were together in college, they were all friends, and then they all kind of went their separate ways, but now we're getting back together for like one last big party because one of the guys
Okay.
is getting married. So we're gonna have a little fun. And so Ruben is the guy who's getting married, and he invites all of his friends to his big mom's mansion because he inherited this
Okay.
mansion when his mom died, and it's full of like fantastic feminist art, like this big ass
Okay.
uterus and stuff.
That's
So
funny. Okay.
it's awesome. So it's a really cool, weird house. Like it's like a fun house almost, because the entire house is full of art installations, and so it's
Okay.
really surreal. It's a surreal
Huh.
type movie, and so they have their friend Cyrus, who there's like this mysterious backstory, and the way that they tell it is so cool because it's like everyone kind of having collective memories about like what may or may not have happened to Cyrus, like why did Cyrus disappear. And
Okay.
so we hear as an audience through their eyes why Cyrus is no longer a part of the friend group. And I'm not going to spoil that part because it becomes a whole thing. So it's cool the way they tell it, though. They tell it through like Polaroid pictures almost, or like flash camera pictures. And
Okay.
they'll say like, no, it was like at this birthday party, or like, no, it was at a different party. And then the background decorations in the Polaroid will change. And then like, as they're all talking, different parts of the picture change. And it's just a neat way to do the storytelling, like a show don't tell.
Okay. I like that.
And so they all gather, and Cyrus is like in tech now, and he has this new machine. And so the machine, what it does is you like hook up little nodes to your temples, and
Okay.
everyone who's hooked up to the machine, whenever you flip the switch, they all swap consciousnesses. So
Okay.
it doesn't, like, the person who is doing the swapping would know who's in who, but everyone else has to kind of figure it out. So they
That's a
play
weird
little
murder mystery style thing. Okay.
yeah, they play a little party game, like Werewolf, almost like a hidden role game.
Yeah.
And so everyone is swapped, and they all have to guess who's in whose body.
Okay.
It's very cool. So there's a scenario that happens in the first swap, because they do a couple of different rounds in this game.
Yeah.
So I just want to like tell you, and this is one of the first things that happens in this movie, and this just like sets the tone for it. So Cyrus, the guy with the tech, he gets into Ruben's body,
Okay.
who's getting married, and Cyrus within Ruben is pretending to be Forbes, who's a different guy.
Okay.
And then he, while in that body, is making out with the consciousness of a girl named Maya, who used to date Ruben, whose body it is, but she's in Nikki's body, and Nikki, Cyrus has a crush on. So you're trying to like keep track in your head of all these relationships that are happening,
God.
and
Yeah.
all of these different like people that are lying about who they are and like what their motives might be. It's such a complex movie, and like the way that it all happens and shakes out is perfect, and it's just amazing the way that they make it happen.
Okay.
But the movie is like, do you have a time on it? I think it was.
That's what I was just trying to say. An hour 43.
Yeah. Okay. So I paused this movie to go pee. I was like, we probably about halfway through, but I have to pee. I can't hold it. And it was almost over. Like, this
Oh my
movie
God.
is so fast. It blitzes through everything.
Okay.
And it's just a lot. So I highly recommend this one. It is really a trip. Like, that's
That
all
one
I can
sounds
call it.
unique. I like
It's
that.
so fun. It's such a good concept. And yeah, like trying to figure out who's lying, who's not lying, why they might be lying, who they're lying to. It's very good. So it's What's Inside. It's on Netflix right now. Go check it out. It's not spooky, but it is creepy, I guess. That's a good way to put it. They're
Okay.
putting it in like the scary movies category. It's not a scary movie. It's being billed as a thriller.
Like bodies. Like, that's not a scary movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's a scary scenario, I
It's
guess.
a psychologically fucked up scenario.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I would see this with a big group of people. I think
Yeah,
this is a fun one.
I like everything you just put down. That sounds good.
It's good shit.
Okay. I'm into that one.
That's all I've been watching.
Um,
I am probably going to be watching some more scary movies. So if you have
Yeah.
some more recommendations, throw 'em my way.
I
I'm
will
into
think of
movies right
some.
now.
But before we leave,
Yes.
I just thought it'd be fun since we're leading up to Halloween. We're not doing a whole bunch, but this is like our little Halloween thing, I guess we're doing this year. We did
Yeah.
favorite zombie movie last time.
Yeah.
And then we had a debate, which was fun. I have no debate this time. We don't need to debate. But I just want to know, what's your favorite vampire movie?
I don't really watch a lot of vampire movies.
You might like mine.
So
Because I was really thinking.
I have like one that I thought
Okay.
of. I really like Queen of the Damned.
Okay.
I haven't seen it in years, but I remember really liking it growing up.
I
And maybe
hate
that's
that
just because
movie.
of Akasha. You hate that movie?
I literally hate that movie so much.
I love it.
And so many people that I know love that movie.
I think
I
it's
don't enjoy it.
I can't remember at all what the movie's about. I just remember growing up with it and really enjoying it.
It's the aesthetic and vibe, man. Because the
Yeah.
plot is nothing from what
I
I
can't remember
remember.
the plot at all.
Exactly. See, because it's not a good movie.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense. It's okay. See, now you're making me think of another one, but I think I still know mine.
Okay.
That's Fright Night, man.
I was gonna say Fright Night. That's my other
I
one.
love Fright Night.
Fright Night's a good movie. The new one with Colin Farrell, right?
Yes.
The original's
I
fine
mean,
too.
I like both, but
Yeah.
just Fright Night in general. I think that's my favorite. But
Yeah.
yeah, probably the Colin Farrell one because shit got intense. That's a
It
good
was
one.
so good. That's literally the only other one that I could think of. That's not like, Van Helsing
See,
or
Interview with a Vampire is pretty good too, though. Since you brought up Queen of the Damned,
yeah.
like I do like that movie a lot.
But
love
again, I
Fright
couldn't tell
Night
you what
more.
it's about.
Oh, I know everything about that movie because I love that movie. But Fright
I
Night's
remember
it's good. You know
yeah,
what
I
I
remember
mean?
Fright Night vividly. Maybe just because we watched it recently for Patreon.
Yeah.
Subscribe now to get that content. But
It's
yeah,
just the best. Like
it's
it's
just,
just
the
good.
best. It's good. You can't go wrong with it. It's a good time. It's fun
Yeah.
and it's surprising.
Queen of the Damned, I'll still do. Like I've talked to other people, so like for zombies before, I've heard someone say 28 Days Later.
Bad. Also on Patreon.
I did get 30 Days of Night for a vampire movie. People
I
like
have
that one.
not heard of that one.
I don't like that one.
Okay.
I don't like that one either. I don't know. They talk like birds. It was weird.
That's okay.
But like, I was like, Bram Stoker's Dracula, just the Gary Oldman one, and I was like, that's kind of safe. But like Fright
Yeah.
Night, I do like more. And like,
It's a
there's
solid movie.
that's like the only like fun vampire one, kind of. Because I was like, we talked about Night of the Living Dorks for
Yes.
zombie ones. I don't know if like a funny vampire one like that, except for Fright Night. You know,
Funny vampire movies. I mean, Night of the Living Dorks even is just it's almost a parody of itself. Like it's a parody of the
Yeah.
genre.
I
And
loved it.
Can't think of any vampire movies off the top of my head that are like kind of vampire movie but poking fun at vampire movies at the same time.
Yeah, like we mostly do that with zombie ones.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
What are some funny vampire movies?
there's What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, I've never seen the movie.
I've never
really
seen the movie.
should. It's the show is one of my favorite shows of all time. It's peak television.
Okay, so like, Once Bitten with Jim Carrey. That's actually a pretty funny.
I've not even heard of that one.
Vampire
Vampire comedy.
Yeah, see, I'm not gonna count Hotel Transylvania for the same reason that I'm not gonna count like a Van Helsing, because like that's got like a lot of monsters in it.
Yeah.
Like it's about vampires, you know.
Have you seen The Lost Boys?
No, and I've always wanted to.
Same.
Like I always hear that's really, really good.
It's like a classic 80s movie. Like
Yeah.
I feel like I should have seen it.
I see. Look, I'm looking at this list, right? There's not a lot of movies on here.
You saw Renfield though, right?
Yeah, I didn't love it.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Like, it was
Yeah.
good, but no, it's not high for me compared to other ones, you know?
Little
yeah, I
Vampire. I
mean-
remember that movie.
See, I thought about that one too, but I was like, no, Fright Night. Fright Night is it's just a step above in every way. It's so good.
Yeah.
The twist, the vibe, it's got comedy. It is kind of spooky. It gets really intense. I I just think that one hits every mark. Fright Night.
Yeah, I think Fright Night is the vampire movie to watch if you're gonna watch one this year.
I think that's the one. So I think that's all we got. That's the week, man.
That's the week.
What a week. We're getting
this is-
spooky here, man.
We are getting spooky. It's getting spooky in America for a few reasons. Make sure you check your registration and vote. This is our standing banner until the end
So
of the month.
while this is airing, if you live in Texas as of today, because this comes out on Monday, that's the first day of early voting. So be listening to this while you head on over to the polls.
Get after it and do the right
Yep.
thing. We believe in you.
21st. I got to be doing that on Monday. So as this drops, hopefully I will have voted. I'll
Good shit.
post my I voted sticker whenever it happens.
Yeah, same. I hope I get a sticker. Arkansas better do stickers.
Have you seen there's
The werewolf sticker.
Yes.
It's
Oh, I loved it. It was so good.
I want one.
But that was in like a certain state, right?
It was in like Minnesota or Michigan or something, one of the northern
Yeah.
states.
Yeah, that makes me want to go vote there. But I can't.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, do it. Do what Kelsey said. Check your stuff again. Those links have been posted in the show notes of all the past shows. It'll be in this one. It'll be in the next one. All the way up until the election is done. So,
Yep.
after the 6th, I'll take them out. But they're still in there. Google your state, your registration status. Figure out what you got to do.
Figure out where you're going to vote because that's also really important. I don't know if you
Yes.
live in a state where you have to vote in certain spaces, but like figure that out before the day comes.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Because to rehash it again, when I went to do just like a smaller one, like a city whatever type one,
Uh-huh.
I was on the site. It said, I go here.
Yeah.
And then I went there and they said, oh, yeah, we changed it for this subset of people an hour before. You got to drive across town now.
Yeah, you got to check.
And then I wasn't able to make it. So,
that sucks.
Yeah. So
It's an
just be
especially
checking.
important election in Texas because the senators are up for re-election and it's looking like things could change for Texas for the first time in a while. So
we'll see.
we shall see.
I don't know. But yeah, definitely do that. Listen to the Eagle. Do your stuff.
All right.
So with that, you want to get out of here? You want to
Let's get
watch some
outta
more
here.
spooky movies?
I do.
Let's
If
do
you-
that.
This
No,
is
that's
your part.
me.
This
That's
is your
right.
part.
If you love this episode, please tell a friend about it. I'm in the ad breaks one. Please tell a friend about it because word of mouth is the best way to get the good YMBToAP into fresh new ears. I know that we're on all the social media stuff, but just show somebody the page. Do that.
Share it.
Literally is the best thing you can do. We appreciate you guys so much. When you tell a friend, we release weekly every Monday. That's what you should tell them. Tell them about the YMBToAP guarantee. Tell them about this guy. Tell them about this cute truck right there. Tell them. Say, hey, dude, 5 years plus. Like we're almost getting to 6 now.
It's almost 6.
Every Monday, never missed.
We're officially 5.5 as of
That's nuts.
2 days ago.
Yeah. Tell them that, dude. Say,
Tell
hey,
them.
5.5 years of every Monday being filled. I've had something to listen to. I think that's a pretty cool thing.
How lucky, you know?
For real. But going over to any social media, we are at YMBToAP, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. Go check us out. Like some posts. Chat with us in the comments. I want to know your favorite vampire movie. I want to know if you're into the Terrifier stuff. Do you think he's worth being a horror icon today? I want to know the weirdest person you've had deliver something to your front door. I'll
Yeah.
definitely be posting that on those sites as well, so you guys can see it for yourself. And I also just definitely want to know if you like the Babadook, because
You're wrong.
I want to know why. Like I need a list of why.
Yeah.
Besides, because I do. No, I need more. I definitely need more than that. But again, we just want to say thank you to all of our patrons. Love you guys so much. Thank you for dealing with the weird things we've had going on this year. This has been a weird year for YMBToAP,
It has.
between losses, houses, so much stuff. It's been a wild time. Thank you guys for sticking around. We promise we'll make it up to you, and next year's going to be awesome as well. But we do have tons of stuff lined up for you guys, so just keep tuning in. Just know we love you guys, and thank you so much.
Don't forget that our theme song is The Grim Reaper Blows the Horn by Farage. It's spooky season. It's a spooky song with skeletons dancing. Go over to YouTube, give it a love and a share. Check him out over there. He's got all the good tunes. And as always, thank you so much for listening. And tune in next time to get the answers to that burning question. Am I going to love Assassin's Creed?
I hope you do.